Um, hey guys, welcome to the second segment. Okay, I'm your host, DS, and I'll be showing you a couple of videos and I want you to watch it. All right, and the reason why I want you to do that is so you learn. For those who are pregnant women, this is very educational. I saw it and I felt like I should also speak about it. It's very important that you know how to, most when you're pregnant and you're driving, you know where to position yourself, the seatbelt and all that to protect yourself and the baby. Now, watch this video though.
If the seatbelt is around your pregnant belly and you get into a crash, it can transfer the force directly into your stomach, and this can cause the entire placenta to rip off completely, leaving your baby without a way to breathe. Now, you might think skipping the belt altogether might be safer, but even a sudden stop can throw your body forward, crushing your belly against the steering wheel. So instead, place it below your belly and across your hips. This spreads the force of the crash over your body, saving you and your baby's life.
Okay, this is very important video, very important, very crucial. For those who are not pregnant, well, learn it. Have it in your mind whenever you get pregnant, you know how to move, you know how to carry yourself, for the safety of yourself and your other baby. So this is actually good. Instead of wearing the seatbelt, putting the seatbelt on top of your belly, it's good to put it below the belly. So when we don't pray for accident, but it happens. Sometimes it happens. So when that happened, at least the airbag coming out to save you, then you wouldn't like hit your belly to the steering wheel. You see that? So that would avoid the baby from having to die in the war. All right. So that this video can save lives. So send it, watch it, send it, and just have someone learn today. Okay, so we're going to the next one. I just want to say this, friends, for people who have teenagers, these young folks, young girls. A young guy of 15, 16, a young girl of 15, 16, same age group. They are in this. We all have been there. They are in this level of uncertainties, exploration. They want to try different things. They are easy to deceive. They are easy to learn something. They are easy to be addicted to something. They are easy to just lose themselves with anything. All right, so as a parent, if you have these young teenagers and those who are going into university quite early, like 16, 17, you need to be very extremely careful. You need to up your game, because the child just left your home to a hostel does not make you just say, oh, thank God he's gone. No, he's gone, but he can go into something very dangerous. Next time you're seeing your child, he's acting like so many things. So many people join different organizations from that age. So many people get addicted to different lifestyle from that age. Now, this video I'm going to play to you, and I want you to watch it, is that these three teenagers of 16, 17, I guess, they're not up to 18. They were maxed and armed. It's not in Africa, just it's in America. They were maxed and armed. They're tall. These teenagers can be so tall. So they went to break into a home, and they were the one that they shot first. Now listen, they hit the door. I'll play the video. They hit the door. They shot first, just to create fear. I don't know why they're trying to do these things, but I believe if these guys are trying to do this thing, they just joined cults. They just joined the secret society, either the blood or the crib. And one thing they tell them to do is go show yourself that you're a man, that you're ready to do this. Go rob this place and bring whatever outcome. Let's celebrate you. That's one of the things. And I wonder why they do these things. You have young folks, as a cultist leader, you have young folks. A cult is supposed to be an organization where you impact some sort of different lifestyle and precepts. Mostly transformational one. But the ones we find from the black community is just violence. Violence. Why? Why would you teach a young child to be violent from a young age? You want him to be a criminal when he grows up? What are you expecting? Like, won't you be happy to see these young folks that just joined into your secret society, to see them being the president or the governor? Wouldn't you be happy to see them take positions in society where they're transforming lives? Wouldn't you be proud to say, this is one of my protege, or this is one of my member? So when you give them this inspiration to go out there to rob and to kill, I mean, I don't get. So we must ask this question: what is that spirit that they worship in each of the secret society? Because there's a God they worship, there's a God they talk to, they pray to. Obviously, it's not God that created everything. So you need to, before you join anything, you need to understand what is their foundation. Like, what is their foundation? Will this foundation lead you all the way to 50, 60, 70, where you don't have the strength to run and jump fence and do all that? Will this foundation help you train your own children? I've had so many videos of people saying that I was a cultist and now I regret being a cultist because look at my body and my son, my daughter. I would make sure I take careful. I scrutinize them carefully so they can avoid doing the same mistake I did. So many videos online of people saying these things. But we can change this stuff. We can actually transform them from being a criminal to a leader. Because I want to see different people who are, yes, so many of our leaders today are into something. Yes. Everybody has to be something, right? But most of these guys died from trying to prove something. Now, this video, these guys, they shot the owner of the house, like, they didn't get him, obviously. But the guy retaliated and killed three of them, killed three of his teenagers. And guess what? The parents sued the householder. So that the guy had to go to jail or had to face, quote unquote, the legal penalty. But he was just doing self-defense. They broke into his house. He never knew they were teenagers. They were wearing masks. They had guns with them. They shot him first. So what would you do? What would you do in that situation? You would want to retaliate if you have your gun. Imagine if the owner didn't have a gun. They would kill him because they want to prove something. So the parents not trying to tackle the founding situation, like the core situation. It's just absurd. This is just what will show you that they never cared for their child. Because for you to have a child, he's hanging out with there are two boys from the same parent, and one is just like a friend. I can beat my chest and tell you they joined something. So for parents not to see this pattern, not to even pay attention to them, obviously they'll be smoking at that point. They'll be hanging out, they'll be dressing some sort of way, the sagging. No, these are the patterns you must recognize as a parent. But they did not. All they want is to persecute the household who retaliated and shot back and killed 3 of them. And let's watch the video.
My homeowner shot and killed 3 masked teenage intruders, even though he insists it was self-defense. The parents of the teens are still demanding that he be prosecuted. This happened in Rockdale County, Georgia. At around 4, 3 masked teenagers appeared in the neighborhood. They tried to break into a home to commit a robbery, but gunfire from inside the house brought them down. All 3 suspects died after being shot. 2 were pronounced dead at the hospital, and 1 died at the scene. Later, the families confirmed. And among the victims were the brothers, ages 15 and 16. After the incident, the parents of these teenagers called for the homeowner to be prosecuted, saying he took the lives of their 3 sons. However, multiple eyewitnesses confirmed that all 3 teens were masked and armed. During the attempted break-in, the suspects fired at the homeowner first, and the resident returned fire in self-defense. Police also concluded that under Georgia's self-defense and stand your ground laws, the homeowner's actions were considered lawful self-defense. So do you think this was self-defense? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
Yes, I think it's self-defense. Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so. I think so. And besides, rest their soul, right? They are human beings, but they did something that brought this situation to themselves. They did what brought the situation to themselves. They actually caused this. And I'll blame the parents. I have no blame whatsoever to the homeowner. He wanted to protect himself and his family. He wanted to protect his property, which everyone would do. So I'm blaming the parents for even thinking of suing him. Your sons were masked with guns. They went to rob. Why would your son of 15, 16 be thinking of robbing if you're there as a parent? That means you're not playing your role as a parent. And all you could do is to sue the house owner. All you could do is to sue the house owner. Come on now. So I think we need to start taking responsibility as people. All right. So we come to the end of this segment. Now, before I go, I want to share a little bit of the topic that I'll be releasing soon. The seven realms of heaven and their powers. People are like, oh man, how do you know about that? I think it's very important though. Very, very important to understand that. And you can find more of these teachings in the book, which I'll be putting out there at that point. So the 7 realm of heaven and the power and their powers. Just basically, we're talking about how they gravitate from the first heaven, which is the cloud was singing, the stars and everything, to the second, the third, the fourth. The 7th is the throne of God, obviously, and it's situated in the middle because it goes like this, as above so below. So if that God's throne is out there and the 7th is there, then this is the cloud, this is the earth, right? Now below as well is also the realms of hell and their powers, because it's like the tree of life. Every person, the levels, they all have the good and the bad. They all have the angels and the demons. They all have light and darkness. Everything has correspondence. All right. So I'm talking about that just to give you a little bit insight to these things. So as we're living our life in the physical world, we must also understand the spiritual world. And now we're using a reference from Isaiah 66 verse 1 to 2, and also we'll be connecting some references to other scriptures, other testaments, like the Testament of Solomon, the Testament of Adam, and all those testaments that study the Bible. We'll have to connect our references to them, and we'll speak in-depthly. We're talking about 20 earthly resources found in Africa and its significance in today's world. Just 20. We have a lot, but we're talking about 20 right now. 20 earthly resources found in Africa. Where it's found, the location where it's found, the countries where it's found, the states where it's found, the local governments where it's found, the people that inhabit this land, what they have benefited from these resources, and the significance of these resources in the global market. All right, so we're talking about that as well. Then we'll be talking about the 7 divine ability of God and humans. The 7 ability of God that He passed down to humans. All right. Number 1 is music. All right. The 7 ability of God that He passed down to humans. Number 1 is music. All right. So this is going to be like amazing. Number 2, okay, let me break it down. Number 2 is arithmetic. How to solve mathematical problems. Because for God to create the heaven and the earth, trust me, there's a lot of adding and subtraction and division. All right. So many of them. So we're putting out 7 of them. I think there are more than 7, but we're talking about 7 of them, and we'll be giving the in-depth knowledge to that, how it connects and resonates. That's why people would say, "Oh, I have a gift." That gift is ability of God that He passed down to you. All right, so that's the thing. So we must understand that every seed and every gift that you have, they're the why you got it, and if you have it, there are expectations. So don't just have a gift and say, "Oh, I have a gift, I can sing anything I want just to get money." There are expectations. So that gift, at last, will speak for you or against you, depending on how you use it. So we must be wise enough to understand this thing. So thank you. Namaste, dialogue, and watch every of my video. I think one of my trademark videos. Watch this. Oh, cool.